To make the people safe and make the people feel safe is the motto of the Grayslake Police Department, and the police of Grayslake have been working to make that true since 1896, when the first Grayslake Marshal was staffed. The Grayslake Police Department used to be located where the Oasis is now, but is now located on Seymour Avenue downtown by Village Hall. The Grayslake Police Department has come a long way from only having 4 full-time officers in 1966, keeping the crime rate low all the while. The police in Grayslake have evolved since 1940, when driving on the sidewalk would cost a violator $10, parking on the wrong side of the street required a $3 fine, drunk driving brought in $100 upon conviction, as compared to now when a first-time DUI in the state of Illinois costs about $16,000.
The police department has remained a prominent part of our fairly peaceful community over the years by holding fundraisers, raffles, and dances to assist in fulfilling the developing financial needs of the department.
In 1978, the force expanded to include a woman patrol officer, Susan Chung, Grayslake's first female officer. A current female officer, Officer Andrews, talked with us about what it means to be a police officer in Grayslake.
What prompted you to join the Grayslake Police Department?
Well, back in the day, I actually have some law enforcement members in my family. So, like my sister, she always wanted to be a police officer. I didn't know. Once I graduated from college, I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life. And since I have a couple of police officers in my family, I was like, oh. And my sister was a police officer too at the time. I was like, that kind of seems interesting, and you get to help people and do police stuff. All right, this looks cool. I'll test. So the testing process is like a really long process. That can be another question for another day. I don't need to get into that long process. But I don't know, the helping people, and I don't know. I know that's like total. Everyone's like, oh, police officers, all they say is they want to help people and they don't help people. That it's totally different. Like, for me, it's different. Like, I think of police officers who should be, like, to me, they should be physically fit. They should hold themselves to a higher standard, treat everyone how I would like to be treated. You know, I treat people with respect until not everyone's nice who we have to deal with. So then you gotta kind of turn it up a notch, and people look at me being, like, a female in law enforcement, and they're like, oh, if it's not taking you seriously, there's some egotistical males out there who think, females are below males. It's hard being a female in law enforcement. So it's a challenge every day, but I look forward to that challenge. So,
how has it changed the police department from when you first started working?
A lot, yeah. Well, like administratively, we've had a lot of different bosses and police chief. Every January, laws change, so we have to continually, like my huge law book that I'm reading here, have to go through all sorts of, like continuing education stuff. Like every year there's certain stuff we have to do, certain stuff is every 2 years. Continuing education is never ending. Also, yeah, people just don't like the police these days. We got a bad rap going. Media does not help us right now. Lots of people don't care for the police if they've had a bad experience, or hey, on the news the mentally ill person got shot by the police. Why did this happen? Lots of bad things going on with police in the world these days. So it's a lot different than when I first started. It's very stressful these days. So not fun.
The attitude towards the police has changed in recent years, but Grayslake has remained a safe environment with little involvement in the controversy that has spread across the United States. Citizens of Grayslake should feel safe knowing that they are being looked after by capable police who understand what it means to be part of the community and have been here for the community since 1896.